Welcome to Richard B. Ranting. I am your very handsome host, Richard Gustafson. Welcome again. My topic today is failure. Guys, here's a wake-up call. We all fail. We've all failed, and some of us are failing right now. It's life. Obviously, if you don't know well about failure, well, it's just basically not meeting your goals or a desired objective. You're not meeting them. Now, what happens is that when you fail at something, you sit there and you get mad. And then when you get mad, you start getting yourself discouraged. And then once you start getting discouraged, you then start to develop a little bit of self-pity. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because in the process of that self-pity, you sit there and you ask yourself two questions. Do I quit doing this, or do I keep going? Do I quit what I want to achieve in my life, or whatever goal I got going on, or do I keep going because I know I can get this goal? That's the fork in the road, what happens when you have failure. Now, I mentioned, obviously, mad, discouraged, self-pity. You could actually describe that as the current elections this year in America. Those are the same stages. However, I will tell you this, if you choose to keep going, it will lead you to very success and achieving the goals that you want. Now, the first thing it does is that it makes you rethink what you need to do. It makes you ask a lot of questions. Now, these questions I kind of wrote down because I've asked these myself in the past, and I'm probably still going to ask them anyways when I fail at something, because I'm 38 years old and I'm still living life. So, some of the questions I ask when I fail at something is this. Now, what brought about this failure? What made this happen? How much of it is in my realm? What I mean is, how much of it, the failure, was a part of me, and there's something I can do about it? How can I use what's in my realm to turn things around? Basically, what do I have with me right now that I can turn this around to make it a success? Looking over the steps again. I look over the steps again and say, hey, okay, what steps do I got to go through again? And when I look at them, I see which steps I need to work on. What did I do wrong in those steps? And how can I do it differently and make it more intelligent so next time I don't fail? Now, also what that means, it shows that you're trying, guys. I mean, if you fail at something, you're trying something. That is a lot better than probably 50% of the humanoids sitting on their ass right now saying, wow, I wish I could do that. Because you tried. Great example for me, we have this thing called the Manitou Incline here in Colorado Springs. This puppy is horrendous. And you look at me and you go, did you do the incline, Richard? You damn betcha. I tried. I got halfway to the halfway point. I'm telling you what, I tried. A lot of people that told me I said that, they said, wow, I'm not going to try that, or wow, I never tried that. I already won. I got 50% of it done because I tried. And that's what works too. When you try, you're not going to learn if you fail or succeed if you don't try in the first place. One of the things about failure too that I think is something that should be addressed more, it builds character. It builds your character. Who are you? Are you a fighter or are you a quitter? You know, determination. Do you have that determination? If not, go on to the next thing. If you do, keep going. They call it grit. Willpower. It's amazing. And the last one is intelligence, because what you are doing is you're using your brain to figure out new ways to get things done. That is important. Once again, I want to say with failure, it's okay to fail. Let me say this again. It is okay to fail. It's all right. Because you know what? Again, if you failed, you tried. And you probably just beat 50% of people that might be going over the same goal. So this week was failure. Next week I'm going to talk about success. Here's what I want you to do with this week's episode. I know some of you are sitting there saying, oh, he's going to ask me to share it again. Yes, I'm going to ask you to share it again. But I want you to share this video with someone who's going through this right now. someone who's probably failing at something, whether it's failing at, trying to achieve that promotion at work, or trying to film that movie, which I'm trying to do. Yeah, holy ultimatum, trying to film it. Whatever you're failing in, share that with them. Say, hey, look, I want you to watch this. And I'll tell you what, another thing, too, about failure that I want you to understand, that I'm starting to learn here myself, is this. You need to recognize when someone tells you it's not working. Because it's great when we see it ourselves, but when somebody else tells you that it's not working, it's another set of eyes that you need sometimes. You need that. I need that. So I'll tell you what, if you watch this show, comment down below. Maybe something you like, maybe something you don't like. That way I can see what I can do differently. How I can do it differently. So that is my time here on Richard B. Ranting. I don't think I failed in pleasing you guys with this episode. I bid you a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week.